Hey everybody, this is iLad, and I thought I would bring y'all a little mini tutorial in No Man's Sky today. Recently I was watching a No Man's Sky stream on Twitch, and I saw a lot of people click in to say, hey, there's an expedition coming up. What is an expedition in No Man's Sky? And over the course of a few days, I saw this question come up a good many times, and I thought, well, hey, there's a need for an answer there. So today we're gonna look at exactly what an expedition is, and we're gonna check out how to do it and how the rewards work and all that good stuff. So if you already know, that's awesome. This video is not for you. If you're just getting into No Man's Sky and you're a little confused, buckle your seatbelts because you're about to find something out. So the first thing you need to know about an expedition is that there are two ways to start it. You can, first of all, start it from the main menu screen. Alright, so the original way, and still a very popular way to do the expeditions, is through the main game menu. When you click play, and then new game, you have a number of options here, but one of those is the current expedition. So in this case, Expedition 14, time remaining, 6 weeks remaining. Yeah, so this creates a brand new save. You're starting completely from scratch. And then once the expedition is done, either because you finished it or because the time ran out, you have the ability to convert it back to a normal save. So for instance, you can see that these are marked previous expedition. I haven't actually logged back into them to convert them to normal saves, but that's definitely something that you can do. This is one that began as an expedition. I did convert it to a normal save. This is my current normal save that is currently on an expedition. So it shows up as community expedition, but it is because I have entered the expedition through the anomaly, which I'm about to show you. You can begin it from the anomaly, and if you do that, you can actually collect the rewards on your current save. So if you're brand new to the game, you may not know what the anomaly is. It's a thing that becomes available once you have warped to your first new star system. You can't get to it while you're still stuck on your original planet or in your original star system, but once you've moved on, you'll quickly find out what the anomaly is. So let me go ahead and summon it in. And I'll show you where to get to the expedition on your current save. Come up here to the central area in the plaza where you land. Sort of back behind the Nexus interface and to its right, going in, there is this console right here. It's called Begin New Expedition. Or at least that's what the map marker is. And then it says here, Expedition Terminus. So we're coming up on Expedition 14 Liquidators. There's 6 weeks remaining. It started day before yesterday? No, it started yesterday. So that gives you an idea of about how long you have to complete an expedition. To start an expedition, to go on a journey alongside the whole community, if you choose to. The exclusive phase rewards are earned on expeditions are available to all saves. And then here's a little quick description of what exactly you're doing. In the Expedition Terminus, you can do something that you can't actually do if you start from the main menu. And that is actually load up to 8 technology items and 24 cargo items to bring with you into the expedition. So you can kind of give yourself a head start. It's my understanding that what some people like to do is actually begin the expedition from the main menu and complete it that way. And then they will come into their normal save and they will load up the cargo area with stuff that would make it easier, like things that satisfy certain goals that they have during the expedition. And then they complete it a second time, sort of by using this as a shortcut. And that allows them to get the rewards for the expedition on their current save and bring stuff back from the expedition and whatnot. And it's, it's one way to do it. I don't usually have time to do an expedition twice. So, yeah. Let me just check and see what I have in my inventory right now. Yeah. I will bring in some oxygen with me. And I will bring in probably some ferret with me and some maybe some sodium. No, it's sodium nitrate. Oh yeah, there's my regular sodium. Yeah, those things will kind of improve my survivability right off the bat. Just make it a little less stressful to get started. Might be worthwhile after all. Ooh, storm crystals. Yeah, I'm going to bring those in too. Alright, let's see. So I said I was going to bring in... Ooh, chromatic metal. I hate refining chromatic metal. Now you'll see, actually, even though I said this is to improve my survivability right off the bat, you're going to see that I won't actually have access to this for a little bit in the expedition. So it's not like I begin the expedition with all that in my pockets. Yep. Let's do this.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
And now I am free to start moving around doing my own thing. Now, I gotta admit, I wasn't... Jeez. I wasn't expecting that... that abyssal horror looking thing to be glaring down at me from up there. So I don't know what that's about. That's a new one on me. Alright, so in any case, with a vile brood spread corruption across the universe, join the liquidators and purge the rot from the stars. Collect milestones or complete milestones to earn new equipment. Complete entire phases for special exclusive rewards. So that little bit there, that's pretty much universal. Oh, by the way, you notice that this is all I have in my inventory at the moment. Who knows where my starship is? Yeah. So if you go into the expedition page, which there's a new tab, see? It'll automatically have the first milestone selected here, and that's locate your starship. Then we're going to have to leave our planet, warp to a new system, and complete some other stuff along the way. Now, pretty much always, there's some kind of a rendezvous, and in my experience, which I haven't done that many expeditions, it's always said, like, Rendezvous 1 here. Here, it looks like they've done something different with it. Yeah, this is interesting. We've got drop zones instead of rendezvous. And that's pretty cool. It's a little bit better storytelling, I suppose. So as we go through these, and we can go through them in any order, like, look, I've already traveled 32 units out of 1,000. I could travel 1,000 units right now and complete this one, even though it's on phase 2. But as we go through these, eventually I'll have all these filled out, and then we'll complete phase 1. Then I'll move to phase 2 and complete whatever. A lot of these are easier to do in order, like the drop zones are going to be more or less lined up so that, you know, this will be closer than this one. But in general, it doesn't really matter. Like, I can do these in any order that I feel like. Except that first, before I can really do most of them, I do need to find my starship. So let's go ahead. There we go. Alright, so as I come into my starship here, first of all, there's a little surprise waiting for me. But as I get to my starship, you're going to see me finish the first milestone here. Oh, okay. Maybe they won't come back. I didn't actually do anything to trigger that. It was a scripted part of the expedition, I'm sure. But, let's just go ahead and grab all this stuff. Yeah. And then here's the ship that it starts me off with. Okay. This is actually a much clearer story than what I'm used to on a lot of these expeditions. That's cool. Alright, so that's a milestone complete. And, of course, I've got some repair work to do. But I can get into my expedition tab and I can collect the reward for that. Which in this case is unstable plasma and a S-class defensive systems upgrade. So, not a lot of stuff. But, you know, I'll appreciate it. Okay, so I'm on my way to the first, drop zone or whatever we're calling the rendezvous for this expedition. Just by warping into a new system, I'm about to, get a milestone. So that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and claim the reward for that. Alright, excellent. Well, let me go ahead and install that tech. Let's see. There we go. Very nice. And right about now, I should be able to summon in the anomaly since I've finally left my original system. So I'm going to show you how to claim the stuff that was going to be transferred over into the expedition. Alright, so just like before when we went back into the right of the Nexus, I'm going to go to the same terminus. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to claim all this stuff. Now I could also bring in my multi-tool from the primary save, and I could bring in my starship from the primary save. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Except that I don't want to. Yeah, basically, like, I kind of have my limits, you know. Everybody chooses their own sort of rules that they want to go by, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's going to be nice to have to worry about sodium supplies or oxygen supplies or whatever else. Of particular interest is going to be these, to be able to craft the warp hypercore, which I don't actually have the recipe for yet. It's not unlocked in this expedition, but I'm sure I'll get it before long. Alright, so let's go ahead and proceed to the drop zone, and I'll show you what that's like. Okay. And then when I pull up my target sweeper, what do I discover? Except that I'm actually 700 and something units away from the actual drop zone. This is how it goes. This is incredibly frustrating, but there you are. So, I've got two choices at this point. I can either proceed on foot, or I can get in there and fly and completely fail to find it. Yeah, that's generally how it works. If you happen to get close to it, generally it's going to, well, for most expeditions it seems to tend to be a building. So if you spot a building, land there and you're probably on top of it. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's going to be the case in this this expedition or not. Plus, I have no idea where there's a building at in this direction, so it's just one of those little frustrating things that you're going to run into in pretty much every expedition you do. And as I get close, I'm pretty positive. There we go. Yep, biological horror detected. That's what I expected. All right. Oh, and hey, pro tip for you. Sometimes you get these inventory slots either for your multi-tool, your exosuit, whatever, as rewards for a milestone. You don't have to claim those. Look at this. Watch. Boom. You know what I just did? Something stupid, you say. No. What I just did is I saved these to use in my main save. I will transfer these back. Now, I'll have them in my inventory if I need them, right? I can always use them. But, if I don't need them, I ain't using them. Alright, so I have finished all the required milestones for this phase of the expedition. However, I would like to go ahead and complete the optional milestone, since that's going to bring its own set of rewards. So, yeah, let's see what's involved there. Complete liquidation goal 1. And that would be what exactly? Oh, this is a community project. Yeah. Alright, cool. So basically I have to kill as many enemies as humanly possible, and that will assist the entire community in achieving its goal. So that's pretty cool. Of course, we've just started this expedition, so you know, no worries there. I'm going to go ahead and wipe out a few of these fellas, and then I will show you what happens when you complete a phase. Alright, so I cleared all the whispering eggs from this abandoned building. Generally one at a time. As you can see, it involved killing a few. Oh crap, my inventory's full. It involved killing a few of those things. And yeah, I am more or less ready to claim the phase reward. Since there's nothing really I can do to hurry along the, the community expedition goal. I just need to be sure that I have space in my inventory here. And then I can go to phase 1. So the phase rewards are things that are account-wide. So all those plans I'm going to have access to via the anomaly on each of my saves, even saves that I create after this. So that's not a problem. And it'll be really nice to be able to access those, you know, someday when I want to decorate my base with a bunch of ugly bug posters. Yeah. While I was doing that, or while I was fighting all those biological horrors, I also completed a couple of more advanced milestones, including lock and load. Yeah. And close air support. And let me just make sure I've got enough inventory space. Yeah, I can handle about 3 more things. Also completed Provocateur. So the point of all that being that you don't actually have to progress through all these milestones in order. I mean, I've just started phase 2. I've already completed something in phase 3. And I'm probably not all that far from finishing something. Let's see, I'm halfway, or almost halfway through Snowblind, which is in phase 4. I've already earned a good many nanites, which is a phase 5 goal. So you can go in whichever order you want to. And that was me logging in to find that the first community milestone has actually been completed. Yeah, there we go. So this, even though it showed the splash screen for this again, it had already been completed. Y'all saw that on camera. But yeah, it's nice that we've finally gotten this far. Not every expedition has a community goal, and I'm glad because I'm not a real huge fan of them, but it's nice to see things come together. Alright guys, I have finally finished the Liquidators expedition. Sort of. Not quite. As it turns out, the community is still working on fulfilling all of the optional goals. So where are we right now? Yeah, so that's still going on. What I'm going to do for the purpose of the tutorial is I'm going to go ahead and finish up the expedition and show y'all how that works. I'm going to create a new save and play through the expedition on that, and I'll wait for these optional milestones to trigger before I finish that expedition on that save, and then all these the customizations, all the stuff that I would get for completing the optional milestones will be unlocked on all my saves because one save has actually like been there for it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and get it all taken care of. But I'm also going to make sure that I get all of the rewards that I'm due. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and finish up phase 5 here. Okay. Very nice. And finally, after phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 have all been completed, you've got the final reward, which in this case is the Chitin Flight Pack customization. Now, anytime you have completed an expedition on your main save, you have a choice to make as you get ready to wrap things up and get back into your normal save game mode. Specifically, you've got to decide what are you taking back with you. And that's something that I've put some thought into. And one of the things that I decided I wanted to take back with me was this beautiful thing. Let me actually get into photo mode here so you can see it. There we go. I was sitting around minding my own business on that space station when this beauty showed up. I don't often think of haulers as being particularly attractive. But man, if this thing doesn't have some zip to it. I like this hauler. And so I sold it on the spot. I scrapped the ship that had been default throughout the expedition. And this is what we have now. So I'm gonna be able to actually like load that into my main save once I have completed the expedition. So I was pretty happy about that. And I'm probably going to end up scrapping it for you know, the wings specifically, because the rest of the ship is a little more generic. It's really the wings that make it awesome. On a very similar note, since I had a lot of nanites, I had well over 30,000 nanites, I did another thing. I came to the anomaly and I went to the expedition terminal back there and asked it to load in the Iron Vulture that was my primary ship back before I started the expedition. And then I scrapped it. Then I came back and I created a new one. And I scrapped it. And I came back and I created a new one and I scrapped it. And that gives me a full set of Iron Vulture parts that I can take back to my main save and use to create an Iron Vulture that's custom colors, which I'm pretty happy about. So that's going to be cool to do. Now that little operation wasn't for free. It did cost me 2,800 nanites a pop every time I loaded in the Iron Vulture. It was worth it. Now you see that since I have officially turned in the expedition, I can no longer summon in my multi-tool nor my ship. So I had to go ahead and get my Iron Vulture clones in early. And now, really the only thing left is for me to go ahead and end my expedition. You notice that I'm going to be able to move 8 technology items and 24 regular cargo items over. Let's go ahead and make that happen. Yep. You'll be able to select items to transfer back to your primary save. Let's go ahead and make this happen. So I definitely want a few items that I slightly stole out of the Iron Vultures. I do want some nice plasma launchers and scatter blasters, but let's see. Right, you know what? I'm going to be able to transfer my current multi-tool back with me as well, I believe. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and save this. I was going to strip it and just save a few technologies, but I'll just transfer the whole thing in on my main save. And, yeah, why not? Don't have a whole lot of technology to bring back with me in that case. I'm going to bring, of course, the Iron Vulture parts that I salvaged. Why not? Repair kit. I can always swap out that stuff if I find something I'd rather bring back with me. Juicy grubs. Yep. Alright, so just went and cleaned up my freighter inventory, sold off a bunch of tech for a bunch more nanites. By the way, one of the things that I did to prep for all this is convert like lots and lots of salvaged glass and other stuff that converts to nanites. Converted that all into nanites. Cooked up all the rancid meat that I got from killing all the biological horrors. Sold that off for units, because all that's coming back with me. Alright, let's do this. Now you get to see what happens when you finally click the big button. Yep. Alright, so basically, the game is going to award me absurd amounts of units for every little achievement, every little accomplishment. It's going to give me a bunch of nanites for various things. Alright, that should do it. So total earnings. that's a lot of nanites. Very happy with that total. And here we are back on the anomaly, but not in the anomaly that we left. We are on the main saves anomaly, if that makes any sense. We'll pretend it does. So I can come over here. Well, first I'm going to stop over here at this guy, the Quicksilver Merchant. I'm going to show you that under Expedition Rewards, I can unlock all this stuff for free. It's very nice. Then over on the Expedition Terminus, I can copy the multi-tool in. And it's going to cost me 1,200 nanites. I think I can afford that. Boom, and I can copy in my starship. And that's going to cost me 2,100 nanites. And again, completely okay with that. I've got a few to spare. And then whenever, basically anytime before the next expedition starts, I can come and collect all this junk and put it in storage wherever I want to. So, yeah, couldn't be easier, actually. Very, very, very nice. You can see that I'm back to my usual exosuit configuration. Of course, this is the starship that I brought back with me. It does automatically change you over to the multi-tool that you just brought back if you choose to do that. Freighter is the one that I left behind. Of course, not the crap C-class one that I rescued there. So that's pretty much what survives the journey and what doesn't. Actually, I am gonna go ahead and pull the salvage data out and go spend all that unlocking building modules that I haven't done yet. But yeah, I hope you've found this useful, and I hope it encourages you to try out the next expedition that comes along, whenever that's going to be. If you missed Liquidators or any other expedition this year, if they follow their usual pattern, they will re-release them all as a Redux at the end of the year, sometime around Christmas. So you'll be able to check that out then, most likely. And then last Christmas, for what I believe is the first time in No Man's Sky history, they did also release a Redux of an earlier expedition from a previous year. And so that was kind of nice, because I had totally missed that one. And it, I got to play through it, and that was cool. And the Liquidators expedition in particular, this has probably been, if not my favorite, at least my second favorite expedition I've played. And so I'm really, really glad that I got to play through it. I'm looking forward to doing the second run through to collect the optional rewards. And just in general, hoping for that redo at the end of the year. So yeah, in any case, might want to leave a like or a comment letting me know how much you liked the video. If you found it really helpful, you might consider dropping a super thanks, possibly subscribing to my channel. Oops, don't know what I hit there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Love to see you back for the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, consider purchasing a channel membership. We've got very, very low monthly rates, and your support in that way would be gratefully, gratefully accepted. Thank you so much for considering it. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.